Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. Today we're working in the dark Victorian. I know we're trying to find another name for it, so if you have suggestions, leave them in the comments below. But when you think of, this is more of a jewel tone journal, and it refers mainly to the tone of the colors. Now, it doesn't always have to be the reds and the purples and the blacks. It could be, and even some gold. It can be they're more of a true tone color. So what I want to do is I'm going to skip all the way to the back. Yes, because we haven't worked in the back of this one yet. So sort of even it up some. And I did something, what I saw one of my friends do, is she went through, she went through her stash and did a random pick of, some of this, some of that, and then used everything to make it work. And that's basically what I did here. I have stickers and some of them may work, some of them may not work, or what we would think of. But, we do have some jewel tones in here. We've got the greens, we've got those. And then I thought I was going for a smaller window, but I ended up picking this one. And then out of the papers, I pulled these. No rhyme or reason. This is just what, came out. So, move those over. I do have some die cuts over here. So now what we have to do is figure out where we're going to put everything. I do and I like the way that overlaps there, but do I want that? Oh, I like that part there better. But I don't want to overlap one and you have to overlap more than one page. So I'm simply going to tear this one off here. And or do I want to go all the way over? I think I like that better. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one down first. And yes, this was a double-sided paper. Or should I use that one? It's lighter. And then I can come back in, because I did want to put this one down. And then I have some of the darker tones. But that one's got the red. And I do like the red. Let's keep with the original decision. We'll do the red. We'll do the red. Yeah, that's the way it works sometimes. You look at one thing, you think, yeah, I want that, but then you go to put things together and you use it in a totally different area or way. Get that out of the way, that clip. And then I wanted this one to go over here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to press in one edge so that I know about where to fold my paper. Line that up there and just press it down. Now I can come in here with my glue and go all the way around. Now, once I do that, I'm going to come in here and right along this edge, because this is going in the crease. I'm going to put glue right down there. Move that up some. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it in the crease. And yes, I know I'm not even with the other page, but I don't want to be. And then fold it down. Here. And now I can come in and glue over here. All I want to do here, I'm just going to glue top and bottom and go back down in that crease, because I may want to stick something underneath it. At this point, I don't know. But we shall see. I think that's going to be too much green, but I do like that, which, because there are words under here. I think we're going to do half of it. Now at this point, we find I'm going to come in here with my walnut stain. Do it just like this. Put the lid back on that before I end up sticking my hand in it, which happens quite frequently if I don't close it up. That way. Then I'll put this one more towards this side than the other, so that I've got sort of a gap here. Now, what are my other pages? Put the lid on that. I have these two scraps. Or I could even... Oh, I didn't know that was on there. Now I have these. Kind of like that one there. Now I'm going to try my best to use everything, because this one is mainly a collage journal. You don't have to have pockets. You don't have to have flaps and folds and tucks and fold outs and all. You can do just a basic collage journal. Now this one, maybe I'll go up a bit more, but this needs a little bit more darkening around the edges. Because remember, this is a darker tone journal. So we'll do that. That does darken the edge up quite a bit. And we'll get this one down. Then we're going to come in with our stickers and our other stuff and see what else we can do to bring out more of that jewel tone. More of the darker jewel tones in this. Because something I did realize was when I bought things, I purchased a few things because I wasn't sure about it. And now that I'm doing a whole journal with it, I found out I didn't purchase enough. So we have this one. That's a major player. Set those aside. So I may do that one there. That would definitely take care of that part. We could come in underneath. I don't like that. Or do I need to put this one over here? Now see, that to me looks better on that side. then we can come in, because I did pick the bottle. And we could put the bottle there in the middle, or even down. So we do need to lighten some things up here. On this one, not on the other. And I did pick some leaves. Oh, now see, I like that. That would be good. Because then you've got the darker tones. And then some of these other leaves, I think, would do better around this one. Just coming out like that. Now I gotta figure out about the rest of this stuff. But let's do, see, do I want anything else behind that one? Now you can stack your stickers. All right, let's do that. Let's start with this. Move that out of the way so I can get to my tape. And since this one has to go down behind it, we'll put this one down first. Tweezers. Because this is definitely, look at the static cling on that. That's the bad part about some of these stickers. They end up with so much static cling that they're hard to put anywhere. Now I wanted this to hang over that one just a bit. And we'll come in with our beautiful bottle of flowers. I simply fell in love with those bottles when I saw them. Right there. All right, we've got those down. And these I want to stagger back behind the window. So now to do that, what I'm going to have to do is to figure out exactly where I want my window, where I'm going to have my leaf come out. Well, that stuck a little bit farther out than I wanted to. I'm going to come in here with this one. Well, maybe. Come on. I know you come off. Well, it wants to be contrary. There we go. Carefully peel that off. Now this one I wanted to cover some of that leaf with. So I've got that coming through in the background. And now for our cathedral window. Next time you get a chance to order or go to the store and you see something that is out of your comfort zone, give it a try. I mean, that's the way we learn, right? So far, so good. Oh, I've got this other one here. That one would go right along. I think that's where that needs to be. this off. Almost like it's coming right up there. I like that. But I still want to know what I'm going to do with this one. So I'm going to come around here and just touch the edges. Let me see if I can get this off without the tape. Probably not. Nope, it's not going to do. Well, that took the ink off. But is it going to get... Nope, I think that piece of tape is all stickied out. So instead of having to reach, I'll do it this way. There, that comes off so much easier that way. But it does tend to roll. I found out a lot of stickers here lately tend to roll. Now this one I wanted sort of overlap that there. But in order to do that and make it look, go right into that crease, and then you can smooth out the other side of that sticker. Now some of these, when you burnish them down, they sort of fade into that background. You know, the parts that are not shown very well. Okay, we're up to here now. And I still have a lot of ones to do. And this one is a lighter colored one. Oh, the inside comes out. Even better. You see, I didn't know that. But that's going to be good to fit right in there. And then again, down into that groove. Don't be afraid to move things, you know, to put them, overlap them on pages. All right, now see, and that one didn't turn out as light as I thought it did. So we do have a few other ones here. And I'm trying to use them because I pulled them out. Although I must say, I think a couple of these fell out on their own. Let's get some up there in the margin. Where's my bone folder? Because I want that to fit in there and, you know, around the edges of these of the paper, so that it doesn't show too bad. We do have this one. Like I said, I'm just trying to use up what I pulled out here. Stamp. Now I do have a stamp, but there's too much white on this. So I'm gonna trim this down right quick. There's 1, 2, and if you want the, you know, if you have the special serrated scissors, you can always trim them out with those. Now, I do like that this has a date on it. But I think we're going up here. Yeah, now I'm quite sure that things fell out, because I honestly do not remember pulling this much stuff out. But we did it, we're gonna use it. Oh, may help if I use the right side of it. All right, which way is up on this? Looks like this is. But why not? We can double them. We can make things overlap. We can do anything. It's our journal. So this one, oh, it's a long one. Well, again, we're going into that crease. If I can get it to lay down straight. I probably should have trimmed that, but I didn't. All right, we have yet another one. Well, no, this is not a sticker. This is just a vellum label. So I can go there. And yes, it may look like I'm putting down things randomly, but I want to be able to have things in a little coherent design. I mean, and y'all have seen me do that before. I have just put things down, higgledy-piggledy, and gone with it. Oh my gosh, does anybody even use that term anymore? Am I telling my age? So, come around this, because I don't want all that extra shiny, but I do want the leaves. Good enough. Now, this can come up here around that window. I've got another one here that can go around the window. Oh, these are actually flowers, which is definitely what I want. I want the flowers. This looks like a bunch of grapes. Well, grapes are June tone. Why not? Grapes are jewel tone. And the last set of flowers. Ooh, these are bright. But we don't always have to go with dark, somber notes. Now, I do have this, and this may be the one thing that may not fit. Or will it? I'm going for it, you guys. Might as well. I want to use what I pulled. Although I strongly think that I may have pulled a couple of stickers instead of just one at a time. And some probably fell out while I was taking others out. But not too bad. Not too bad at all. There is something else I think I'm going to add. I did have some of this trim left. And I think I'm going to use part of it along the edge here. So I need it cut to there. And this is a peel and stick, but it doesn't feel like it's going to do much as far as sticking. Some of this stuff is old. Some of my stuff is years old. So it's time to use it, right? So I want to get the top started. Then we'll worry about the rest. We'll get the top down there anchored, right like that. And now I'm going to follow it down, and it is still slightly sticky, but not a lot. So what I'm going to do here at the end is to put some glue down and then follow that down the edge, just like that. That made it. I like that. I do, I like that. I'm wondering, while I'm here, while I'm thinking about it, if I have a couple of these frames that no, that may be too much today. So, and I think that's where we're going to call it quits today. I like the way that trim did. I wonder, before we do call it quits, I just remembered I was cleaning up. I have a bag here full of trim, laces and such. That is jewel tone. Let's see. Why not? I don't think I want, no, that won't go. That's too big. Too light. I have this. No. Nope. I'm standing here pulling it all out, knowing that I'm going to have to come back in here and put it back. Ooh. That's kind of neat. And that would bring out the darker. Let's see, we got anything? I think most of the rest in here are big pieces. Let's see. That's, oh, that definitely won't go. Yep. We may end up, now I've got another mess on my desk. I think I'm just going to go with the blue today, because I've got more of the dark on here, so just a touch of the blue. I mean, we haven't really been using lace on this one yet. So we can put all, now I gotta put all that up. Yep, that did it. That did it. I like that. So what do you guys think? I mean, it's still in the darker colors. We're still going with the Victorian style, even though we do have some modern things in there. It does give off the vibe we're going for. Yeah, I'm happy with that. If you enjoyed what we worked on today, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment below, everyone. I love reading your comments. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell notification so you'll be notified of new videos coming out. Tuesdays and Thursdays are our journaling days where we work in our Victorian and our dark Victorian. Saturdays are sort of a free-for-all. We work with whatever needs to be done that day. Or we just play and have fun. So that will be it for today. Now I've got a bigger mess to clean up. So until next time, bye guys.